My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home. Hebrew home, Hebrew home. Good morning, Hebrew home. My home, my heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Wendy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well today. Today is Wednesday, July 15th. The month is halfway over. I can't believe we're getting closer to August. The weather today is really beautiful. I hope you have an opportunity to go outside. It's 82 degrees and sunny, so it's picture perfect. So sit outside, enjoy our beautiful lawn overlooking the Hudson. Let's get to today's menus. For lunch, we are serving roasted turkey with gravy, green beans, and vegetable bread stuffing. And we have mandarin oranges for dessert. And for dinner, we are serving cream of mushroom soup to start, spinach pie with pickled beet salad, with apricots for dessert. So enjoy. Today in history, in 1869, margarine was patented for use by the French Navy. In 1960, Chubby Checker released his version of The Twist in the United States. In 1968, the soap opera One Life to Live premiered on TV. And in 1996, MSNBC launched. It's also the day today that Prince Charles and Princess Diana signed their divorce papers. And there was another divorce signing, which was Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin on this date in history. On a lighter note, we have a few interesting holidays today. Today is Gummy Worm Day. So I don't know how many of you enjoy gummy worms, gummy bears, gummy strawberries. They're one of my favorite desserts. So gummies were candies that were actually first created in 1922 by a German company called Haribo. And first they created gummy bears, and they're still known today as gummy bears. Today is also Be a Dork Day, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't know if we have any people who thought of themselves as dorks back in the day. It is also Cow Appreciation Day, Tapioca Pudding Day, and National Hot Dog Day. So a little odd holidays today. Celebrity birthdays today include Jesse Ventura, who was a wrestler, as you know, and he was also the 38th governor of Minnesota. It's also Ariana Huffington's birthday. She founded the Huffington Post, which you may be familiar with. And it's also Rembrandt's birthday. He was born back in 1606. We have one Hebrew home resident celebrating a birthday today, and that is Alfreda L. And our staff birthdays today include Lalisha Baptiste from nursing, Marvina Fitz from nursing, Sandra Green from nursing, and Ruth Inweth from nursing. So we always like to read the birthday horoscopes today. So I'm going to read it straight from the paper today. And your horoscope for the people celebrating a birthday says, others will be amazed at your bravery this year. Not only will you stand up for what you believe, but you will take on those who, in your eyes, speak nonsense. The fact that some of those people are immensely powerful won't faze you in the slightest. So that's a pretty good birthday horoscope. So enjoy the day. Hope you get outside and relax. Let's shift gears now for our interview segment. And this is very exciting because today I am joined by the lovely and talented Catherine Farrell, the Director of Therapeutic Arts and Enrichment Programs here at the home. And she brought a member of her family who you all know and love, Mr. Marley. So welcome to Catherine and to Marley.
Thank you, Wendy. Good to be here.
Good morning. Good to see you. Hi, Marley.
Here, I'm going to get him up.
We need to see if we can, let's turn around Marley so we can see his face. And
Here we go.
Is it okay if I give him a morning treat?
Okay, can you sit? Good boy. Good sit.
Oh, Marley's showing off. Oh, look how cute he is. Look at that face. We're big fans of Marley. So isn't it great to see Marley? So Catherine, why don't we start by maybe just talking to us a little bit about what you do here at the home?
Sure. So my role now is Director of Therapeutic Arts and Enrichment Programs, the Activities Department. So I'm the director, and I do a little bit of everything, right? Anything that has to do with the broadcasting, the activities, the programs.
So tell us about the department, because it's a very big department in terms of what your team does for our residents. So maybe you can kind of parcel it out about all the different elements of it.
Sure. So we have a range of staff, from creative arts therapists to activities professionals. We also have part-time musicians who come, and that's their primary role, as well as craft associates, and that's their primary role.
And how many people encompass the department?
Right now we have 20.
Wow, that's big. That just really talks to how important your department is, to our residential community to have it, so extensive.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have 17 neighborhoods, so there's a lot to do on each neighborhood.
And then what's your background? Did you go to school for this? Did you always know you wanted to go into this field? How did you discover this?
So my background, I have my master's in art therapy. And while I was in graduate school, I actually had a class with someone who was an intern here at the Hebrew Home.
Oh.
And looking back on grad school now, that is the only person that I remember whose other internship they had other than my own. So, and at the time I really wasn't that interested in geriatrics or working with older adults. But then, as life would have it, I ended up working with older adults with developmental disabilities, and I loved it. And then I found my way to the nursing homes, and I worked in a nursing home in Jersey City. And then this position opened up, and I found my way here, and I was so excited to be here.
So how long have you been here? How many years has it been?
I joined in January of 2013, so just over
wow.
7 years. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a long time.
Yeah.
And so did you know about the Hebrew Home before you came here?
Only from my friend in grad school.
Right, who had the internship.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, before I came here, I had never heard of the Hebrew Home, and so I was curious if people are familiar with it, because it seems like everybody knows somebody who has some connection.
Yes.
To the home.
Yes. So I was familiar, and I was excited to come here.
And tell us about maybe the relationships you've formed with our residents and the impact that you've seen on your work with them.
That is the primary role of really everyone in my department, is formulating those relationships, developing those bonds, and really caring for the residents in a way that they would their own family. And that's the most important aspect of it. It doesn't matter to me if my staff go and say they have a scheduled music group, but the residents don't want to hear the music. As long as they're with the residents and doing what the residents want to do, because this is really their home, then in my eyes, that's a successful group.
Maybe you could talk to us about the aspect of the therapeutic aspects of the arts, because that was a learning moment for me in terms of when I was getting articles for you with you in your department, and learning that it's not just an art class, it's a lot deeper than that. So maybe you could talk about that.
Yeah, so I can speak more specifically about art therapy versus music therapy or drama, which we have both of those too. So the practice of creating artwork is in and of itself therapeutic. Most artists really benefit just from doing the artwork, but the art therapist is also trained in psychology, and so they are there for anything that comes up that might require processing with the residents. They're trained to do that. And as an art therapist, you're also trained to look at the artwork and have it relate to and discuss how it relates to the resident's life. Meaning, something comes up in the coloring, or something comes up in the composition of the artwork. It then becomes a way for them to both discuss it as a therapist and as client, and also it then becomes a record for the client or the resident to look back on that healing session or that progress that they made.
And Marley is a part of your department as well as your own personal family. So maybe we could talk about, I wish I could interview Marley, but I don't know dog speak. But talk to us about Marley's role here at the home.
Yeah, and so, a lot of the residents here have had life experiences with animals and with pets. So often when I bring Marley around to the residents, they just like to talk about the pets that they no longer have with them.
Mm-hmm.
So he is almost a reminiscing tool for the residents to really reach back into their own experiences, their own life, their memories, and almost project them onto Marley. And he doesn't care. He just loves to have the attention from the residents. He loves to be pet. He loves the treats that he gets.
He's so gentle.
And he's so gentle, yeah.
So sweet. So maybe, and tell us about Marley's story. I know you adopted him.
I did.
So maybe you can share with us about that.
Sure. I had always really wanted a Great Dane, but their lifespan isn't quite as long as other dogs.
Right.
So that's always been a deterrent for me.
Right.
However, coming here, I knew that I wanted to have a dog to bring and interact with the residents. And so it was really important for me to have a dog that's big enough so that residents who may be in a wheelchair wouldn't have to bend over to pet him. And also I know the breed is very gentle just by nature, so it was a win-win.
And he's from, what state did you adopt him from? Was it Tennessee?
Georgia, I think he
Georgia,
came from.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how old is Marley?
He's about 6, could be 5.5, but he's around 5.5 or 6.
And you got him at what age?
They had said that he was about 1.5 years when we got him. Yeah. But, he was a rescue, so...
Right, so you never really know for sure.
Never really know for sure.
He's very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know he's an important part of your family. Maybe we can talk about some of your other family members.
Sure.
And we have an image of your son, Christopher.
Yep.
So how old is Christopher?
So Christopher is 6. He's
so sweet.
I know, that photo really kind of encompasses his personality. He is just a firecracker. He just runs from the start of the day until the end of the day. He loves being outdoors and excavating in the backyard.
So he's very busy.
Oh, he's very busy.
He's all boy.
He's all boy, and his favorite thing is mountain biking.
So how does that work with a mountain bike? Where does he go mountain biking?
We have trails. I live in Rockland County, and so there are some trails available for him, and some that are really just simple trails, and some that are pretty difficult. And actually, the first time I went mountain biking, he showed me how to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you wear a helmet.
Of course.
And has he had any major spills, or he's pretty good?
He's a boy. They have cuts and scrapes,
And you just take it in stride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see a picture of Hudson. There's Hudson. How old is Hudson?
Hudson will be 4 in October, so he's 3.5. And he's really just coming into his personality. He's running after Christopher as much as he can. Some of his favorite things are he actually likes scary movies.
No.
He does.
Like what? What is a boy
well,
his age
like a
watch?
kid's scary movie with like Casper. He loves to watch Casper, and he loves to watch Monster House, and he loves to wear his skeleton pajamas.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So you have like Freddy Krueger in your future, I guess.
I hope not, but
I mean, in terms of watching Freddy Krueger,
yeah.
not that he's Freddy
for
Krueger.
sure. Yes, and he's already talking about his Halloween costume. I guess that's what happens when you're born in October.
Right. Right. So what's he going to be for Halloween? Does he know yet?
Yeah, he wants to be Black Spider-Man. It's a cartoon. It's a spin-off of the regular Spider-Man.
Okay. So he's already got that planned.
He's got that planned out.
Okay. And let's see Miss Cassidy. Yeah. So cute. So tell us about Cassidy.
So Cassidy will be 5 months on the 20th. She is just
On the
happy
20th
of July.
Oh, that's my son's birthday.
Oh,
That's Monday.
yeah.
Oh, they share a birthday. Okay.
Yeah, so she was born on February 20th, 2020.
Okay.
And actually, when I was pregnant, I was hoping for that day.
Right. To 2020.
Yeah, exactly, to 2020.
Oh, that's a magical birthday.
And almost at 2:20 in the morning, she was born at 2:56. She was
Wow.
early on that one, but yeah.
Okay.
And
what's she like?
She's just super happy. Whenever she feels delight, she will grasp her hands like this and just smile.
Aww.
Yeah, it's very cute. And the boys love her. They just dote on her.
So I was going to say, what's the interaction with all three of them? Like, they all get along?
The boys are really helpful. You know, sometimes I'll be doing something and she'll be sitting in one of her baby carriers and start to cry, and I'll say, Christopher, can you go help your sister? Can you go check on her, please? And then he'll, make funny faces at her, or, do what he can to try and just hold her over until I can get there.
Wow, that's impressive. And
Yeah.
what about Hudson? Does he join in and help out also?
Yeah, he does. He does.
So what's life been like with them all home in this new COVID world that we live in? How is that dynamic in your house?
It was very challenging. I was on leave during Christopher's distance learning, and so between taking care of the baby, trying to find something for Hudson to do, and trying to get Christopher to engage in his classwork, it was just I felt like the clown of the circus, just trying to get everything, get everything together and just sort of make it one day by day.
Right. I think that's what a lot of families are feeling, just juggling with everyone at home.
Yes.
Well, they're all beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Marley. You heard his name. Before we end our chat, we always ask our guests 4 questions. The first one is, what is your favorite food?
Anything Italian.
Like what? Pasta?
Oh my gosh, baked ziti, lasagna, and so spaghetti. So when I was very little, very, very young, we had a cat named Candy, and she gave birth to a few kittens, and I got to name one of the kittens, and I named him Spaghetti.
Okay.
So definitely anything Italian, and I'm actually a fairly decent cook for Italian food, even though that's not my background.
Oh, okay. And if a movie was made about your life, what celebrity would you want to play the role of Catherine Farrell?
So I've been told that I look like Reese Witherspoon, although I don't know if she would be my choice to play me. I'm not sure. Maybe Christina Applegate, just because of her recent the show. What's it called? Dead to Me.
Right. Oh, okay. That's on Netflix. Do you have a lucky number?
I don't.
Okay.
No lucky number.
Okay. And if you were not human, but you were an animal, what animal do you think you'd be?
I would be an elephant. Elephants are extremely smart animals, and their behavior is much like human behavior, in that they stay with their families most of their life. It's a matriarchal system for elephants, and they take care of their elders.
They are magnificent creatures.
Yeah.
Magnificent. I was watching a show. I don't know if our viewers watch it, but on PBS I'm a big fan of the show. On Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, there's a show called Spy in the Wild. Have you heard about it?
No.
Okay, you got to check it out. For any animal lover, you should definitely check it out. Wednesdays at 8. I think I told you, Olivia, about it, right? And so basically they take a robot and they make it look like an animal in the wild, and then they put it in the wild, and then they're able to film all the interaction with the animals. So they have meerkats and Arctic wolves, and you get really up close to see what their behavior is like. Even squirrels, it's fascinating.
Oh,
and so they were showing just some beautiful elephants and how they were caring for one another, and it was just amazing. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you stay in this seat, because we're going to be talking about Great Danes, so you and Marley might like to listen to this.
Okay.
So before we close today's show, we're just going to remind everybody about our programming for today. We have Bible study with Rabbi Noah at 11 o'clock, and we have Wellness with Deborah at 1:30, and we have our concert with Larry at 2:30. And we're going to do our rebroadcast of this show at 6:30 in case you'd like to see it again. So before we finish up today's show, in celebration of our friend Marley, I thought it'd be fun to share some fun trivia about Great Danes. Did you know they are the tallest dogs in the world? A male can reach up to 32 inches at the shoulder and weigh 175 pounds. I asked Catherine earlier about Marley, and I guess he's pretty svelte compared to that because he's about 125, you said?
125, maybe 130.
So he's on the lean side. Female Great Danes are actually slightly smaller. They're up to about 30 inches and 140 pounds. And despite the size, Great Danes are elegant in their disposition, and they're highly affectionate and social, as we know about Marley. And these pups love love. They need lots of affection and socialization with people and other animals, making them great family pets, as Catherine can attest to. So they are sweet, gentle, and patient. Great Danes tend to follow their noses. These dogs were bred to hunt boar, and if they get a scent, they'll want to follow it. Do you find that with Marley? Does he follow his nose?
Yes. When we open the back door and he sees a squirrel, he's right after the squirrel. So, we don't boar, but...
The nose knows, as they say.
Yes.
And these outsized athletes love dog sports. As strong, intelligent working dogs, Great Danes are wonderful competitors in a variety of dog sports, including agility, obedience, tracking, weight pulls, and flying ball. I never knew that there were like dog sports like that, but apparently there are. So we'll have to consider Marley to be a future Great Dane athlete. Thank you to everyone for joining us today, spending some of your time with us. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find